Well, welcome back. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about the purpose and the design of this DNP4 project course this term. The main purpose of this course is to launch your scholarship and to create some structures that support the development of your scholarly manuscript, your discovery, your methodology, and then ultimately disseminating your findings in a written form and in a persuasive audiovisual form. So the philosophy of this course is that there's a partnership between the academic faculty, such as myself, the practice partner where you're doing your work, and then the learner, yourself. And it's the three-way partnership working together that's going to be best able to mobilize the insights of science, the practice realities on the ground, and the expertise and passion that you have. So the course itself is designed to enable you to communicate more effectively with your DNP team and your practice partner as the leader of this three-way partnership. Because essentially, as you know, at this point in the development of your project, you're working to close the gap between what is known from scientific research and what's done in real-world practice at a particular setting. And the Director General of the WHO has said there's a gap between today's scientific advances and their application, between what we know and what is actually being done. And they go on to say that health work teaches us with great rigor that action without knowledge is wasted effort. So if you act and do with passion and heart, but not knowledge, you have the potential to waste the effort that you're investing to bring care and well-being. But Lee Jong-wook goes on to say, just as knowledge, so the science without action is a wasted resource. So he's really pushing this agenda that you have to blend the best of action and knowledge. This implementation science, the work to close the gap between what we know from science and research and what we do in practice, is the heart and soul of your DNP project. And so as you work to close this gap in a real-world practice situation, this course has three foci. First, we're looking at your scholarship and your practice. Just like the Director General of the WHO said that these two have to work in harmony to create the most powerful change. For your scholarship, you're developing a manuscript prepared for publication in a scientific journal. You're creating a presentation for your peers, practice partner, and faculty that summarizes the work of your DNP project. And you're creating an executive memo to give to your practice partner, a very terse, pointed summary of how you've blended science and practice reality to improve practice in that setting. So that's a practice partner deliverable. So those are three dimensions of your scholarship. And in your practice side, you have the past practice that you've completed with your number of hours that you've invested in project-related work, the number of academic credits that you've had for the work. You have to have 15 academic credits in project course 715, 716, 17, and 721. So we'll review those. You have to have 1,000 of 1,000 hours of post-baccalaureate practice. We have to document that through previous MSN work, if that's relevant for you, or practice hours post-BSN with a practice hour log, totaling 1,000 hours. For everyone, if you have an MSN, it's 500 post-MSN hours, but everyone has to document that 1,000 total hours. So that's one of the pillars of your practice. Another looks at your future practice. It's creating a portfolio to demonstrate your scholarship, your capacity, and your skills with a curriculum vitae and a value proposition statement to market yourself for a future job. So you have a scholarship and a practice component to graduate from Emory's DNP program, and those are the key benchmarks for your work in this course. In the course, you'll be working on your current state. You'll have the current state of your own practice, of your own project, of your manuscript, of your presentation. There'll be lectures that are very targeted to the topics at hand, and some topical readings and outside audiovisual lecture materials that you can listen to. You'll work on revising that manuscript, that presentation, with peer feedback and feedback from your DNP chair and your team in order to create more transformative DNP projects, more transformative manuscripts, more transformative presentations. So what the work we're going to do in this course is designed to be iterative. And as you look at our schedule, you can see on the course website, you have DNP team meetings, you have building blocks to help you craft your manuscript presentation and memo, and building blocks to help you document your clinical practice hours, your credit hours, and to create a portfolio showcasing your work. So you also have access to the syllabus that's listed as a PDF document at the course web homepage that you can download, and you can also follow the modules tab in Canvas. So on the course homepage, you can see, of course, the course title, The Transforming Care for Patients and Populations. On the right-hand side, you'll see a list of upcoming assignments. You can scroll down and ask course-related questions here. So anything that's course-related would be posted here, and I suggest that you subscribe to this thread, so if people ask questions about the course, you can see the answers. This is going to be, if you email directly about general course questions, I'll encourage you to bring it back to this discussion board so everybody can benefit from your question and the answers. If you'd like to read more about your instructors and their work, which in this case for this course is just me, in the template you can go here to see a little bit about their work. On the modules page, they're broken down by module and week. You'll have an overview for the week. So for example, on this week, you can click on the overview and it will give you a quick bird's eye view of what we're covering. Then as you go to the next tab, the lectures will come up. And so you can see here they're linked on YouTube, so you can get them, watch the lectures. They're very short and focused on the topic at hand. You can download the slides that are underneath of the lecture topic after that. And then there'll be readings that are listed below. So for example, there are some optional or required readings for you to pick a guideline that fits the type of work that you're doing, and a reading on ICMJE guidelines, credit authorship matrix, and then the Emory credit grid for assigning authorship for your manuscript. There are other resources that are optional. Those are listed below. And throughout this course, we're going to be linking the topics with the Nature Masterclass. It's a great resource for writers from designing your idea all the way through the peer review process. And so each week, as there are topics from Masterclass, I'll list those in the optional resources for you to use. So you can see here in week 1, there were some optional Nature Masterclasses on the elements of writing style, and you follow that link, and then with your Emory credentials, you can log into the Nature Masterclass videos and readings for free. But it does require a first-time registration. Following the overview and then the lectures, you'll see the readings that support the lectures, which are relatively minimal. There are many listed in weeks that are optional to support you as you determine that you have a specific need. But we try to keep the required readings to an absolute minimum for this course. Then finally, you'll see the assignments. So once you click on the assignment, it will give you a detailed description of the assignment. So it tells you how to get peer review for the author and the reviewer. tells you it's 1 point, so it's participatory credit or no credit, and then the due date. And then, of course, click here to submit your assignment. I'd suggest that on the announcements, you subscribe to the announcements so you get course updates on a regular basis. You can go to the Grades tab and follow your scores for the assignments. And one way to keep up with the assignments, this is a credit, no credit class. If there are ever any assignments that receive no credit, that's an indication that you need to follow up and check back with me, because it's a credit, no credit course, so all of the assignments are required in order to receive credit for the course. And then you can see your peers, your peers that are in this course with you, and then the practice peer feedback groups that you need to sign up for so that you can share your manuscript with your peers and receive their input. So that's some of the building blocks. You've got DNP team meetings. You have 3 over the course of the term that are required in order to graduate. You have the manuscript prepared for publication in a scholarly journal that is required for graduation. You have the memo to your practice partner and the presentation documenting 1,000 post-baccalaureate hours, 15 doctoral credits of project work. So those are some of the benchmarks that we will work together this term to complete. So as you think about these products to support your graduation, your practice excellence, your manuscript, presentation, and memo are all reviewed by your DNP team and your chair. The credit hours, 15 credit hours, the hour practice log, 1,000 clock hours, your CV and updated value statement and portfolio, those are evaluated in the 721 course. So all of these products come into the 721 course, but the credit, no credit feedback on your graduation items for your DNP team are different than the items for the 721 course. So you'll continue to get communication about this so you'll have clarity, but I wanted to reinforce the primary source of feedback for your manuscript, presentation, and memo is your DNP team and chair. Feedback on your credit hours and your clock hours, portfolio, CV, and value statement come from the 721 course. So I've showed you the Canvas website, a little bit about how that is set up. Wanted to emphasize that I'm here to support your journey in any way that I can. Monitor your grades on individual assignments and by category so that if there's ever anything that's not 100% and not full credit, that's a trigger for you to check in with me because all of those items are required in order to receive full credit in this course. Some key actions for you this week to set up your DNP team meetings immediately if you haven't already set them up. If you need any customization in this course in terms of timeline or assignments, reach out to me and we can discuss that. Begin planning to outline your manuscript using the template that I showed you so that you think about key bullet points or one to two sentences for each of those main areas on the template, and start to think about a work plan. What do you personally need in order to complete the course objectives and to complete your DNP project? Let me know how I can help you. Have a wonderful week.